this is Comic Uno, and today I'm doing a review for Adventures of Superman issue 1, which is a digital comics printing. I'll talk more about that. I have some updates first. First, I have a couple of reviews I did on Dark Avenger Inc. that I usually do on Comic Uno, which is Morning Glories issue 27 and Wolverine and X-Men issue 30. So if you want to go check out those reviews, just go in the description below and go check those out. Guys, also the Kiki Awards are still going on, so you still have time to vote until Sunday, and probably the afternoon-ish of Sunday whenever it cut the comments. But yeah, so that's annotated. Go vote for your favorite YouTubers. And also, new Mother Versus episode. So if you haven't checked that out yet, go check that out. We worked pretty hard on it, and I think it's a good episode. So go check that out. That'll also be annotated throughout the video. Other things. Another thing is that I wrote a story for creative writing class, and I put it on Comic Frontline. I want you guys to see it. I thought I worked pretty hard on it. I thought it was good. It's just a short story, so it's just could take you like 5 minutes to read it, and you guys always ask, oh, you like writing and stuff. This is my first official story I wrote, so definitely tell me in the comments below what you thought about it, what I should do more with it, what I should correct with it, and what you liked about it. So definitely tell me in the comments below, either on this video or in on the article, and that will be in the description, so you go check out that story, and it's called We Are All Actors. So definitely go check that out, and let's talk about Adventures of Superman issue 1. Cover's pretty cool. I was kind of excited for this because it's just 3 cool short stories we're getting with Adventures of Superman, and that's what these printed mini stories are. It's pre-New 52 Superman. So I'm hoping we get some Lois and Clark stories soon. We didn't get that with this issue, but hopefully we get that soon. But yeah, cover's really cool. I was looking forward to this. Again, I just wanted a fun book to read, and this was Digital First Comics, just kind of like a printed trade type of thing. Even though I think they'll probably make a trade out of this also, a bigger trade. But I like these printed versions better. I feel like I'm getting more story, so I do like it getting it printed better than the digital, because you're getting such a short story when you just get the digital. But let's talk about the first story, the second story, and then third story, and I'll talk about them. I'll talk about the first story, what I like about it, what I didn't like about it, second story, what I liked about it, what I didn't like about it, so that way it's not as confusing. But let's talk about this first story. So we get a maniac guy. He has some mind powers. He is on drugs, and Superman's like, oh, this guy's on drugs, but we don't know exactly what drugs he's on, and he dies, this guy, because they are different type of drugs. So it's different type of meth, because it's like, oh, this looks different. So Superman sees that this guy died because of it, and we find out who's behind this is Lex Luthor, because he wants to find a way to defeat Superman as always, and he thinks these drugs could do it, even though these people are dying because of it, and only lasts like 12 minutes after, and goes crazy after. Lex Luthor is determined. So this is just big Lex Luthor story with that. I thought that was interesting. I thought it was kind of mediocre at the same time. I didn't really care about the guy going crazy, but I like the ending. I like how it's more of a Lex Luthor story, and Lex, of course, wants to defeat Superman. Such a classic thing, and a simple thing, but always enjoyable. And the art, I think, was the best for this story. It's kind of simple Superman art. So I thought this story had the best art, because Jeff Lemire's art, I didn't like that at all. Because that's the next story, is Jeff Lemire's art and story. So it's just these kids pretending to be Superman, and this other kid pretending to be the villain. So honestly, it's just looking at imagination of, these two boys playing a game, pretending to be superheroes. So I thought that was kind of cool. I really don't like Jeff Lemire's art. I'm sorry. I know, maybe it's an acquired taste, but I thought it was really, really sloppy. Yeah, I mean, again, maybe it just works for different series, but Superman looked really weird here. Yeah, so maybe it's just me, but I don't like his art, and it kind of ruined the story for me. I like the simplicity of the story. I like that we're looking into his child's imagination, which is really cool to see, how a child can have such a big imagination, pretend to be superheroes. And I think that was cool insight, but I didn't like the art at all for this story. So that kind of ruined the story for me. Next is a Superman and Bizarro story. The art's cartoony, it's okay. Could be better, but it's better than Jeff Lemire's art, so kind of like after you get Lemire's art and then this, I'm like, okay, this is a little bit better. So it's kind of like the same style, except it's a little less sloppier, I guess. It's the same type of coloring, though. Yeah, this story is just like Superman trying to trick Bizarro, saying, hey, you do this, and doing the opposite of it, of course, because it's Bizarro. So, it's an okay story. It's a little mediocre. It's kind of like, oh, we know this about Bizarro. You didn't it wasn't that fun of a story. I think the best story probably was the second story, really. It's just the art kind of ruined it. And probably the best art was for the first story. But I thought it was just okay. I thought it was a mediocre 3 stories. I didn't love it. It's actually my worst pick of the week this week, which is a shame because I really was looking forward to this. But I think it just depends what stories you're going to be getting each issue. So you can't really judge this issue for the series, because you're going to get different artists and different writers spin on Superman. That's what I'm looking forward to. So I will pick up issue 2, see where it goes, hopefully see if there's any interesting short stories. But it is a $4 book. That's why I did give it a little lower grade than, maybe it deserves. And well, it does deserve it. Maybe what the story is showing. It's just that it is a $4 book, and you're not getting much with it. So I did give it a 2.5, and that means I don't think you should pick it up. I just don't think there was enough, I guess, simplicity. I guess that was enjoyable, though. I think a lot of simplicity did fall on the generic line of simplicity. It's like, I've seen this before. There is a very thin line with that. And I think the only one I really enjoyed with the story was Lemire's story. But again, the art was just really awful, at least for a Superman book. I think maybe you could do other things better, I guess. But for a Superman book, I just didn't like it at all. That was my opinion. But, yeah, I think you guys should skip this. I think, it wasn't a horrible book. It's just, it was just lower than the other ones this week. Again, I'll give the next issue a try, even though it is kind of on the expensive side. It is a $3.99 book for what you're getting. So I will try it next time it comes out, but we have to see where it goes. So, I do give it 2.5 stars. It is my worst pick of the week, and I do say don't pick this one up. At least this issue. Maybe wait for the next issue. We will see. But I hope you guys enjoyed this review. This is Comic Uno, and guys, don't forget to follow me on Twitter for Comic Uno and the Rant Situations, and I'll see you guys later. Bye.